I'm Donna Blanchard, and this is your Think Tech News for Friday, November 6th, 2015. In the wake of a mysterious Russian plane crash that killed 224 people over the Sinai Peninsula, Russian President Vladimir Putin has now suspended all flights between Russia and Egypt. There is growing evidence that the crash last Saturday was caused by a bomb on board the plane, though Mr. Putin and Egyptian authorities have been hesitant to speak of terrorism. British Prime Minister David Cameron said it was likely a bomb, and President Obama said, "We're taking that very seriously." Egypt is the most popular foreign tourist destination for Russians. There are roughly 45,000 Russians and 20,000 British citizens there now. Their respective governments are working to get them back once airport security measures are put in place. Russian Minister for Emergency Situations Vladimir Puchkov said the necessary samples have been taken from all items which might contain traces of explosives. All these samples have been delivered to Moscow and are being thoroughly examined now. An affiliate of the Islamic State has claimed responsibility for the crash. Chinese President Xi Jinping has agreed to meet Taiwan's President Ma Ying-jeou. This is the first time the leaders will meet in person. It's scheduled to take place on neutral ground in the city-state of Singapore tomorrow. The meeting is being described as a Hail Mary pass. It's clear that Mr. Xi is serious about wooing the 23 million person island, but polls show Taiwan's population is uninterested in unification and anxious to remove itself from dependence on the much larger Chinese economy. Both sides have said Saturday's meeting is meant to consolidate peaceful relations and ensure future prosperity. Mr. Ma said this meeting is positive for Taiwan, for the mainland, for the world. Yesterday, a dam from an open-pit iron ore mining complex burst in southeastern Brazil and flooded a nearby community in sludge. Rescue teams have been working from helicopters. As of yet, only one casualty has been found in the community of approximately 600. There is concern that the iron ore waste will make its way to nearby rivers and streams, though Luis Neves, an official overseeing inspection at the National Department of Minerals Production, said the waste was not considered to pose a high risk for pollution. Brazil relies heavily on dams for hydropower and hydropower for energy. Carlos Eduardo Fierro Pinto, a prosecutor in Minas Gerais, told reporters rather cryptically, "No dam bursts by chance." In a news conference this morning, President Obama announced that he has rejected the request from the Canadian company to build the Keystone XL oil pipeline, which would have carried 800,000 barrels of petroleum daily from the Canadian oil sands to the Gulf Coast. Mr. Obama said the pipeline would not make a meaningful long-term contribution to our economy, and he pointed out that the U.S. is leading the world in solutions in the battle against global warming. Building the pipeline would have created jobs here, but State Department analysis concluded that it wouldn't have had a huge impact on our economy. And as for the delivery of the oil itself, from a market perspective, if oil prices rise, the industry will find a different way to get that oil to us. The good news to start your weekend with is that the U.S. Labor Department report for October says that there has been a 271,000 jump in payrolls. That's about 100,000 jobs more robust than was expected. As Michelle Meyer, deputy head of United States Economics at Bank of America Merrill Lynch, said, it was pretty much everything you could ask for in a jobs report. Not only was the headline number strong, but there were upward revisions for prior months, the unemployment rate fell, and wages growth accelerated. Donna Blanchard, Think Tech News. Happy Aloha Friday, everyone. Ahui ho.